I'm Joe Garza, Deputy Homicide Sergeant. On Tuesday, July 15th, at about 10:30, Eric Romero, he's a Latin male, 16, was brought to Baylor Hospital with a gunshot wound. He died several hours later. The circumstances surrounding that we don't know right now, and that's why we're asking for the public's help. We have information that he possibly happened, the shooting happened around Woodrow Wilson High School, but we're not exactly sure of an exact location. The detectives that are involved in the case are actually asking for the public's help in trying to identify the exact location and any witnesses that may have seen the shooting. At this point in time, we don't have any other information other than that, so that's why we're reaching out to the public. Detective Rayleigh is the actual detective that is assigned the case, and his phone number is 214-671-3684. This is also associated with Crime Stoppers, so any information that is gained can pay up to $5,000 through Crime Stoppers, and they can remain anonymous. That's all I got.
Where was he shot? Execution style?
No, he was shot in the head. We do know that. Other than that, execution style, it's way too early to talk about anything like that at this particular time.
And a few men brought him in to Baylor?
Yeah, actually, they were friends of his. But at this point, the location, like I said, the main thing is for us, obviously, is the location of the offense. And I know it's been a while, and we are using other resources and trying to determine that. However, those take time, and if any persons actually heard or saw something, we're actually reaching out to them right now.
Did they drop him off and take him inside, or did they just dump him?
They dropped him off, and they actually summoned some DFD paramedics that were there, and obviously the hospital staff came out too. So yeah, no, it wasn't like they just dropped him off and left.
Then they had no information about.
No, not at this, not that we were able to gain from them. No.
So there is not a procedure when someone is struck with that kind of injury to be asked the people who just actually dropping him to what's going on, what happened?
There is. Well, actually, yes. But in the chaos with everything going on at that particular time, by the time officers were summoned, they had already left. Again, there was not a 911 call that came out. That's the biggest issue right now is nobody called 911 on this shooting. So that's, obviously that's our starting point, and we don't have that at this particular time.
So we don't know how these people came upon the boy, or are they friends?
They are friends, and we're not exactly sure how they came upon them. They just dropped him off. And like I said, we've dealt with them, and we've talked to them once already, and we want to continue that dialogue with them, obviously. But it's quite a mystery right now, and that's why we're asking for help.
Do you have any background on the boy?
No, none. I don't have that particular information right now. No, I know he was 16. He's fixing to turn 17, actually.
Was there anything on the body, like tattoos or any gang insignia?
No, none.
So how frustrating is this?
Very frustrating. Here we are. This young man gets shot, and we don't know anything about it. We had detectives from the assault unit that were there actually on an unrelated case, and they were summoned over because of this. But there was no 911 call or nothing of that nature that would have, sent patrol to that particular location so they could have preserved the crime scene.
So no family has said, hey, my 15-year-old son is missing and I can't find him?
Well, no, we believe that it happened within the time frame that was, appropriate for someone not knowing if anybody was missing. It's not like it's a day or two late. This happened on, he had talked with his mom earlier, we know that, and then all of a sudden later on in the evening that this happened. And we believe the time frame is somewhere around between 10 and 10:30 by the time he reached the hospital.
Why do you think it happened around high school?
Because that's where some of the friends said that they saw him and everything like that. So that's kind of our starting point, but we don't know for sure. So if anybody heard a gunshot, heard anything like that, those are keys that we could actually use. But again, we have no exact location, and that's very frustrating for us.
So, I guess I'm not quite understanding how, did they say they came upon him, or how did he get inside their vehicle, I guess, or was he?
Well, I don't want to go too much into that, but just that they were able to transport him for us to the hospital. So, and we're still dealing with them right now. But like I said, the main thing is our location of this offense.